Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to my channel. My name is Refuge Tea, and this is my granny's closet. So welcome back. I feel like I want to be like Christina Randall and be like, um, you know, good morning, good morning, good morning, or like, you know, Urban Yarns, Gary from Urban Yarns, where he's like, welcome, welcome. But yeah, uh, I didn't know how I wanted to start my intro, but that was, this is me. I, by the way, don't drink coffee. Um, this is just me. This is how I am every day. With people that have ADHD, it's kind of all this excitement all at once. So I apologize. My bun is really high today. Oh, look at that. So today I'm going to be market prepping. I'm going to be packaging my new gift glasses today, so you guys will get to see me do that. I do a lot of gift boxes. I'm far away so that you guys could see my table. I made this table, actually. Made it. My husband helped me, but I made it. I went, got it to Home Depot, got like the thing, and I put together the 9 cubicles. I'll post pictures on my Instagram. But so I'm going to be packaging stuff, repackaging stuff, taking old Valentine stickers off of things, putting my new stickers on things, which I got new stickers. I'm really excited. I got my my new stickers that say handmade, and they have my granny's closet on it. I don't know if you could see that. But I'm excited for you guys to be here today. So, yay. Oh, the shirt of the day is Black Panther. This is, like I told you guys, I love wearing printed t-shirts. This is my Black Panther shirt. Brother-in-law gave this to me for Christmas. He picked me for Secret Santa, so I was lucky enough to get this. I'm excited. Yeah. And Puma. Puma is my favorite as well. I don't know if you can see that, but we are a Puma family. Superhero Puma family. Before I get started, I just wanted to say a great big fat thank you to Miss Rose Bass from Rose Likes Crochet. She has been an advocate for me, a super encourager since I told her I wanted to start my own YouTube channel a few years ago, actually. And I kept chickening out. I didn't want to do it, but here I am, my second video, and hopefully, it keeps going. So she posted my first YouTube video on her Facebook, and every day it was like a comment. Every day it was a subscription. Every day. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I called my sister. I was like, dude, I don't know if I could do this. She was like, why? She was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be sisters to a famous YouTuber. I was like, no, please. I'm only at 39 subscribers. It's all right. But then I woke up the next morning and it jumped like 10 subscribers. And it keeps jumping, and I'm just like, the introvert in me is like, stop, don't do anymore, back off, like, it's too scary, it's gonna get too big, you're not gonna be able to handle it. But the risker in me is like, let's go. My husband's like, you got this, babe, you got this. I'm like, all right, I got this. So we're going to be doing some things, and hopefully, I don't know, I feel like I need you guys a little bit closer, but then you won't be able to see any of this. So maybe I'll zoom you guys in a little bit later, but I'm going to start piling things on while I talk to you about my story time with Refuge. So ADHD journey. I got a lot of comments, you guys. Thank you so much for all the comments that you gave me about thank yous for talking about ADHD and kids and adults and stuff like that. I was diagnosed at a very young age. My mom decided not to put me on medication. She just decided to put me in sports. So, oh, you guys, I got this at Joann's. This is how we roll. Oh my gosh. And it's ripping right here, so I'm just gonna have to go buy a new one. Keep this one, of course, because nobody else crochets besides me and my family, so I'm not gonna give that away. But my husband is ADHD, and my oldest son is ADHD. So what do you do with two parents and an older brother who has ADHD? My middle son is like, can you please tell him to stop? And I don't know if he's talking about his dad or his brother, or can you guys please knock it off? And I don't know if he's talking about me, his dad, or his brother. And then my daughter is pretty active. She's extremely active. I haven't got her diagnosed yet because, I mean, she's 8 years old, you know, and she's a little girl. And for girls, by the way, you guys, it is so difficult to diagnose for girls because we are emotional creatures anyways. So it's hard to diagnose. You know, the doctors tend to be like, oh, you know, it's, you know, she's a girl, you know, once a month you're going to be emotional. No, doc, I'm emotional every day. You know, I dealt with, when I was younger, growing up in elementary school, I had anger issues. I had to go see an anger management counselor. I had to go see a regular counselor. I had to go through, you know, low self-esteem counseling because that comes with that. Depression, it comes with that. And it comes with a wide, vast, just journey. And that's what it is. It's a journey because we don't really know where our highs and lows are going to be. So these are one of my boxes. You can see I got a giant scrunchie right there. I got a flower clip, a long rectangular clip, and then right here, that is a head wrap. I'm actually going to package one for you guys because, oh, there it is. I had to open one up the other day. So I have one right here. I get these boxes from Hobby Lobby. I was getting them. I did buy a pack from Amazon, and they're the same dimension as these ones, but for some reason, it didn't quite fit. I think my stuff is just biased. Like, we love Hobby Lobby, right? Right. So, you know, growing up, it was difficult for me. My mom is ADHD, so she understood. She got it. You know, she got me. My dad was not. He was more of a laid back kind of guy. So it was kind of like he just, you know, come on, get it done. But he understood that I would get things done in my time. So you know, it's not that we're procrastinators, you guys. It's not that ADHD people are procrastinators. It's that ADHD people have to process the information first. And a lot of stuff goes through our mind. Like, I could be talking to my husband and we'll be talking about the color red, you know, and it'll remind me that I wore a red sweatshirt at a dinner that I had with my sister and her best friend one time for my birthday a couple years back. And then I'll remember that, oh, she said something about this. And then it'll go to, oh, that reminds me of something else. And then it'll come back to like, you know what we should do for dinner tomorrow? But we're not talking about that at all. It's it's a cycle, but it makes sense to us. It makes sense to us because it just kind of, it goes in a circle. All right. So this is what the inside of my scrunchie boxes look like. I got the idea from Taylor Rose on YouTube. TAYLAHROSE, made by Taylor Rose. So my head wraps are here. I got my, you know, my clips and then my giant scrunchie. And then this is how big, you guys saw last week how big my scrunchies are. And it goes in there. Close it. I was going to put like a thing on there but nah, I'm all right. And then I just seal it with one of my stickers here. But, you know, growing up, it was difficult to kind of be me sometimes. I have wide bands and I got thin bands. I put the wide bands in here first, and the wide band boxes are $35 and then the thin band boxes are $30. That's how I price my objects. And then I have these little boxes for $10. They're really, really cute. So just, I mean, you know, grab boxes. And then I have my chapstick boxes right here. You have or lip balm. You got those lip balm holders, and then you got the lip balm in there made by my friend Tosi, or Sylvia. This is called Natural Tosi Essentials. She's really cool, guys. You gotta go look her up on Instagram. So, it was difficult for me to try and navigate school because someone makes fun of you, your emotions are hardwired to your tears. For me, at least. And I would get angry, but tears would come down, and people would get, like, oh, why are you crying, baby, you baby? And I'm skinny. Like, I weighed like 40 pounds, okay? I think I was like 89 pounds when I hit high school. I was just really thin. We didn't know I had a thyroid condition at that point. I still have my thyroid condition. Like I said, if my voice gets raspy, I have, it's because of my thyroid. I'm just taking off these Valentine stickers that I put on here. They come off pretty easily, but this one's giving me a little bit a difficulty. But I mean, I tried my best to, focus on not doing that, but, having anger issues with ADHD and people making fun of you. I guess you call this a little bit of my testimony. You get into, skirmishes, little skirmishes, those darn children in their skirmishes. That was me. It was difficult to try and maintain that control. And it was difficult to not say anything back to the kids that was making fun of you. Now I explain to my older son, when people say stuff to him, babe, just turn your back. Just walk away. If they follow you, let them follow you all the way to the principal's office. Don't worry about what they tell you. They're just upset because you're not giving them the reaction that they want. And if they can't have the reaction that they're going to keep picking at you. And that's what happened. Don't be like me, son. Don't be like me. Back in the 80s, it was a little bit more laid back. Now it's more like, it's more locked down now. And it's a little bit more controlled. Whereas back then it was just like, oh, she's, out of control. We'll give her detention. I did get into a few fights. I did have a lot of detentions, but they understood because I had ADHD. So it's just like they wanted to help me. So my mom fought hard though. She fought hard to try and get me into a program that would help me because with ADHD, sometimes learning disabilities come, or like I said, you hyper focus. It's it's hard to not hyper focus sometimes. Like, take for example, crocheters. We love yarn. All right, we love yarn. I had to stop buying yarn or we would go bankrupt. It's like that, there's another thing. I love shoes. I talked up my big game about being a tomboy, but I sell jewelry and half my closet is my inventory. I mean, not to sell, it's mine to keep. And half that stuff, majority of that stuff is turquoise, sandstone, but it's sparkly. It's all sparkly and it's iridescent and it's oil spill and high heels in my closet. Right now I'm on a sneaker kick. And I'm on a mission to get a t-shirt to match every pair of shoes that I have. So I'm halfway there though. And then I just found this shirt. It's really cool. It's a rainbow shirt that said he keeps his promises, and it's got a cross in the middle of it. And then there's these red with black and white and rainbow graffiti on these shoes. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get that one. So that's my next purchase. But for my birthday this year, my husband and my kids bought me my Flash t-shirt, and then I got some Puma cells to match, burgundy and gold Puma cells to match the t-shirt. So, I mean, we get hyper focused. We tend to try not, I tend to try not to. I don't want to say we in general as a whole, but because I know that there's certain things that, certain people don't like to be called out on or say or labeled. So I will say myself, Also, I, we're very argumentative. Very argumentative. You tell us we can't do something, we're gonna do it. Probably right in front of you too. Probably right in front of you too. So I mean, we get our tempers skyrocket, and but ADHD runs in my family. It runs. There's several cousins, that have it. My aunts, my mom that have it, and what I like to think is that it's the driving force. And you'll notice that people with ADHD have some kind of gimmick, some kind of, hey, this is $35 for a white headband. You get 30 for a thin one, And we sell, or we are super pumped about something, and we're just like active, and it's just like, come on, let's go. My husband, I'm more self-contained now that I'm older, actually. I just turned 42 a few weeks ago, actually. My birthday was on last month, earlier in the month, just before Valentine's Day. And my husband, I'm older than him, by the way, but only by a couple of years. My husband just turned 40 back last year, like later in the year. And we all have birthdays near holidays. His is near Valentine's Day. I mean, mine's near Valentine's Day. His is near Halloween. My oldest son is 4th of July. My middle son is Easter, and my daughter is Christmas. And I share a birthday with one of my brother-in-laws. And two of my other in-laws have birthdays right after that too. So we share birthdays everywhere here. So, but it's a blessing, and it's not, I don't want to say it's a curse. It's a blessing, and it's a journey. And sometimes it's a difficult journey. But you have to learn to work with, if you have a kid, like in the comment section, a lot of moms were like, thank you for comment, or, saying about ADHD and kids. I have 2 sons. I got 1 kid. I got a kid who's in college. I got somebody else, or I'm a mother of 4, because my mom's a mother of 4. And she hustled. She hustled until she couldn't hustle no more. And I mean, she still tries with my businesses. When she goes to her appointments where she got to be, she'll be like, my daughter sells this. My mom's a go-getter still. I get all my work ethic, all of my drive from her and her friend, her best friend, Anita. And they taught us, how to do stuff, how to run our business. And, I mean, one of my closest friends, Andrea, she has helped me so much. And I have another friend who has given me, business advice as well. So I mean, you get your drive from everywhere. And if you doubt yourself, because it's questionable sometimes. I'm just moving boxes out the way because I need more room to make my other scrunchy boxes. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to navigate certain things sometimes because we're unsure. But when we make a decision, when I make a decision, the decision is made. Like, that's it. I'm going to go from here. That's it. I'm going to go. That's it. I keep saying that's it. But, I mean, I question it because, and then sometimes me and my husband will be sitting watching TV, and the kids will walk in and they'll be running, it's like Tasmanian devils, like blah, 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 running around, coming out and doing all kinds of stuff. And, so my hair is super long, you guys, super, super long. It's just short right now because I have it on a high ponytail, and it's really curly. Oh, my dog. There's dogs walking. I can hear him hitting the fence right here on the side. But, me and my husband will see the kids, and I'll look at him. He'll look at me and be like, can you believe that the Lord decided that it was okay for us to have children? Like us, me and you. God was like, okay, you can have 3. Yeah, I could see it happening. you'll be all right. Like, Lord, maybe not, But then you see the accomplishments. My son, who's, like I said, he's 14 years old. He has gotten an award every month for the last 3 months. And this past month, he made principals, student of the month. He made student of the month. And he got Teacher's Choice Award. And I was like, oh man, you guys, I'm sitting in there by myself. All these parents around, all these kids around, and I'm kind of trying to like not cry. I'm like, my baby did it. He did it. He has struggled, because some kids struggle with that. I know I did. I was in resource classes. I was, like I said, I was in a lot of counseling classes. In fact, in high school, I had to be put in a program where we had to sit down with other students who had had confrontation, and we had to it was called something management. I forget what it is. It'll come to me. Something management. And we would teach them to be a little bit more, or we would help them get through their confrontation or their situation. Like if two best friends was arguing, or a boyfriend and a girlfriend was upset with each other, I would sit there. They taught you how to do body language. You sit in the chair. You don't cross your arms, don't cross your legs. You keep your hands flat on your legs, open, so that they know you're listening. Focus on the person. But my problem was, and still is that I don't like eye contact. I hate eye contact. I'll make eye contact with my kids when they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble. Like my nieces and nephew know, oh, she's looking at me. She's looking at me. I'm going to run. I'll make eye contact with my husband because I love him and he could see me. Like it just seems too intimate for me personally. I don't know about you guys. I know my friend Andrea, my friend Ivana, she, they like full eye contact, By the way, I have tons of nieces and nephews. I have like 11 nieces. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 nephews. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nephews. I have 3 godsons and 2 goddaughters. I have tons and tons of familia. And yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't, when you're a kid, the world seems too big. It seems too big. And all you want is for the adult to grasp and understand. To be like, okay, let's sit down. Tell me what's wrong. I was a youth leader. And so I recognized those traits of the kid wanting just to be listened to. Because, I mean, I was fresh out of high school and I became a youth leader right away. And I didn't always go to church. I mean, for the most part, majority of my life, yes, I did, but I wasn't always a believer. I mean, you could go to church and not believe, but it wasn't until later on that I was just like, yes. So I was able to, understand and connect with some of the students or some of the youth that had difficulty speaking with their parents, and then, we take it to the higher ups, the pastors or, the youth leader pastors and let them know that this is what's going on. Maybe we can have a parent meeting, let the kid talk, and we would help them that way. So all kids that have difficulty, all they want to do is be heard. I mean, you have to think back to when you were younger. What did you want? I just want somebody to listen to what I got to say. That's it. That's all I wanted, when I was a kid. And my mom did that for me. So I'm doing that for my son. I don't like seeing him struggle. Comes home, he's like, somebody made fun of me, Mom. And the mom And the angry person inside of me is like, who did it? Look, I'm smaller than my 14-year-old son. I could put a backpack on, put my hoodie on, and walk on. Catch me like, what'd you say? What'd you do to him? Like, you know, as parents, that's what we want to do. My nieces call me, or my nephew calls me, I had a bad day, or, and I see, they just, it hurts you. It hurts you to know that, the kids struggle. And if you struggled, you understand. You're like, oh man, I don't want them to go through that, So I just want my son to be okay. I just want my babies, my 3 children to be okay. And I feel it as ADHD in an adult as a gift, because you could be silly with your kids. Like, my husband will come home and I'll give my kids, look, we'll put this on the stool in the garage, or on I'm a hairstylist. My older sister bought me a chair. I mean, I don't do hair professionally anymore. I don't have a salon that I work at. I stopped doing that when my son was born, and I just never went back to work. I just started my business at that time. So I've been running my granny's closet for about 15 years now. But it hasn't been this, like, get up and go all the whole time. I mean, there's good days and bad days. This is what I mean, tangent. I went from, this to that. But, being a parent with ADHD, my older sister bought me the chair. So I'll put a Nerf gun and some bullets in a little bucket and we'll leave it out in the garage. Or we'll put it, because right when you walk in through the garage, there's what is that called? Oh, the laundry area where you wash your clothes and stuff. My washing machine. And I'll put it there. And me and the kids will hide. Because we have a 2-story. We have a 2-story. It's not big, but I mean, it fits us. It's our home. So me and the kids will come upstairs, we'll hide in the rooms. My craft room is off limits because, man, I'm going to tell you, my table was piled high. I watched 2 YouTube videos, Alyssa G, 15 minutes long, or 17, I don't remember. And then I watched Megan, I think her name is Megan, and Co. And she was doing, I'm just trying to catch up. I've been watching market prep videos, and that one was like 25 minutes long. It took me that long. Don't hate me. It took me that long to, like, Alyssa G's video to clear this off. But you don't want to see this. I'm going to have to do a clean with me video, y'all. This is ridiculous. And then I got ready while watching the other one. So this room, you walk in here, you're going to trip. Eva, if you watching this, you come over here and help me clean it again. I just want to empty it out again and then just like reorganize. I have a cupboard in the garage downstairs, like a shelf that we found on the side of the road, that I need to paint. And I'm gonna paint it white because while my walls are green and gray, my furniture is white. But I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. As an adult, with ADHD, it's not that difficult to navigate it. I mean, you question yourself a lot. I try not to go out in public. Because while I fancy myself an introvert, I can socialize with people. It's difficult for me when it's not at market. But I mean, if you're a parent with a kid that has ADHD, just listen. Because that's all I wanted when I was a kid, was for somebody to listen to the frustrations, even if it's jumbled and it's kind of like, it don't make sense. It makes sense to them. And if they are hyper-focused on something, be interested. My son, he changes focus from one thing to another. Like, he'll hyper-focus on, so much stuff. But it's okay. It's okay. Because I find it endearing that my boy, can hyper focus, and he has so much energy to do that. Like me, like I said, I don't drink coffee. I can't have caffeine because then I'll be running up and down the streets like a mad woman. Be back in my track and cross country days. Now, like I said, my mom didn't put me or she didn't put me on medication. What she did was she put me in sports. So I was in gymnastics, I was in karate, in and out of gymnastics and karate. I started running track and cross country since the age of, since 5th grade. And, so it wasn't until I got to high school and I started doing this one particular sport. I mean, I went back into karate. I went back into karate, and then I started judo. But, so this one is going to be a chamoy. Chamoy. I'm so excited. So, I washed these because they were really, I don't know what it was like really filmy, so I had to wash them. So, I'm not chamoy, it's a mangoñada. You guys know mangoñadas? So, I have chamoy, I have the tajin, and then I have a little tamarindo stick. I may be Native American, but I speak a little bit of Spanish. I also speak some Japanese and French. I'm not fluent, but I do speak other languages. It'll get me by in Japan and in Paris or France if I ever go. When I started this sport, my dad said I calmed down. My anger problems, were better. But I just tell you, I was a boxer for several years, and I was licensed and everything. The only problem was during that time, there wasn't a lot of female boxers. So nobody really would box with me, even though I was licensed. So we would go from gym to gym, and I would spar with other guys. I mean, so my mom kept me in sports that would help control my, reactions, my hyperness and stuff like that. So this is my mangoñada cup. You can see it's got the chamoy, tajin, and the tamarindo, but it has and then I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby, and I made my cup cozies right here. So that's what's going to go in there. Aren't they pretty? I love the colors because it reminds me of mangoñada. But, I mean, find something your kid's good at. Find something that they like. Because if they don't like it, they're not gonna want to do it. And I'd rather my son do something that he enjoys to focus on, rather than not enjoy it and do it for me. I don't want him to do anything for me. I want him to do it for himself. But that's it, guys. That's it. That's my story. I mean, there's probably I know there's a lot more to it, but I mean, that's pretty much all that, we try to go through, or try to, help each other. I mean, my sisters, my mom, and then when I met my husband, woo-wee, you guys, let me tell you. Oh, Lordy. He had braces on, so when we met, it was crazy. That's for another day. I'll tell you, if you guys want to know the story of how I met my husband, let me know. It's funny. But, God creates situations for different people. I mean, if you don't believe in God, that's okay. You believe in circumstances and things like that, that's fine. But this is me. For me, God created my son for me because he knew that I can handle him. He knew that I can help him. And that's how I see it. My son is special, just like I am, just like everybody who has a gift. And it is a gift. It's not a burden, it's a blessing. And I always tell my son, you're different. Why? Because God made you different. He didn't create a box for you to fit in. He created you not to fit in any kind of box, because you're going to break walls down. You're going to do great things. So, I mean, you know, that's how I see it. That's how I do. Sorry if I got too deep. You know, but it's a joy. You gotta have a lot of patience. You gotta have a lot of patience with people like us. Because if you don't have a lot, like, I don't know how my sisters do it. You know, sometimes when I'm around, or, you know, with my kids, it's sometimes, I know it's hard to have to deal. But they deal. They're like, what? We grew up with it. We move on. What are we supposed to do? These cups came with glass straws. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Glass kind of scares me, and I got a lot of glass that I put out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, it's all right. But I got to go to the phone store right now and go get a new phone. I have to go get a new phone. I don't know if I should, but I need another phone with more gigabytes. So, because that's what I'm recording on right now. But that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all are Bombay. Thank you for all the comments, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will be recording tomorrow's video at market. Hopefully I can. My mom helps me out. I mean, she doesn't lift anything or anything. I won't let her. I won't let her do anything. So you'll see me putting up my my canopy and everything. You'll see me doing all that fun stuff. And I just want to see what it looks like in this bag. Oh, cool. Because this is not going to fit on here, obviously, with that on there. I'm going to put that there, and then the straw in the bag. Yay! And it fits. Oh, shoot. Look at that. My chamoy. I don't know why I keep saying chamoy. My mangoñada. But tomorrow I'm going to probably be doing that for you guys, because tomorrow's my market. Tonight I got to load up the car. So I'll see if I could record me loading up my car. And yeah, I cannot wait to show you guys my setup, how I do things, everything like that. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys, all the comments. If you have something else you guys want to hear, let me know. I'm going to work out Book Talk Tuesdays, but I'll probably try and load up another video on Monday of my market. And, oh yeah, another thing, a side note for ADHD people. We like cleanliness and we like organization, but we need piles. We need piles, all right? So forgive them if they are clean, but they have a little pile in their room or a little pile somewhere near them. It's because we need organization, but we need a little bit of clutter, because that's what our mind is like. But that's it. That's the tip for today about us, about me, about ADHD. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the comments and the encouragement and the acceptance of me being who I am. I'm very erratic. So if you see me jumping around in the video, that's, you know, that's just me. You know, 42-year-old woman just like, you know, hopping up and down just because I feel like it. So that's it. But yeah, once again, you guys, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else, again, if you guys want to hear or see me do. And if there's anything else you need to know, like if you guys needed, you know, someone asked about pricing and stuff like that, let me know in the comment section below. But you guys have a blessed rest of your day, a blessed rest of your Friday, a blessed rest of your weekend, because the weekend starts today. And I will see you guys next week, all right? You guys have a blessed day. Peace out. Oh, here it is. I grabbed the car key fob to my car. But let's try that again. All right, you guys. Peace out.